Hello, this is Miss Tingle, and I am going to walk you through our flipped meeting. So before your IGP meeting, talking to students and parents, before our junior IGP meeting, we are going to kind of walk through some important things to know. I'm going to answer some questions that most all of you are going to have, just so I don't have to say it a bunch of times, but so that you can listen to this and come in with your questions that are specific to you. And I'm going to kind of give you a tour of our website and answer some of those things that might come up. First, I want to show you this is the front page of our Wade Hampton High School School Counseling Department web page. Any important announcements are going to be right here on the front page, to which you can see if you're interested in a dual credit class. Right now you'll want to sign up to take the placement test for that in January. It's near the end of January, but any important announcements you'll see right here on our main page. Under my Class of 2018 tab, all juniors can find relevant information on here. So whether you watch this video in January before you sign up for a meeting, or after, before you come to your meeting in February or March, something coming up right now is this junior parent night. This is going to be on January 11th at 6:30 in the auditorium at Wade Hampton High School. You'll hear a lot about things you'll hear in this video, same things there, vice versa, but I would really encourage you to try and make it out to that. I'm going to try and record it, and I'm definitely going to put the PowerPoint that I use up on my website also, so if you miss it, you could definitely check back in there, but hopefully this video will be a little informative to help with that. I'll show you also, this will always be on my website, but a way to make an appointment with me is to click on this 15-minute meeting slot, pick your day and time that you want. It will let you pick the time, you click confirm, first and last name, you put yours in there, you put your email address, and it will pop an appointment right on my calendar. So I will know you're coming, and I will be in my office waiting for you. So that is a really great way to make an appointment when you want to. And I'll show you this over here. If you have not already signed up for Remind, this is a text message service that I send out a lot of announcements and important applications and links to things throughout the year, and this will be the same Remind that you stay on with me next year. You just text at WHHS18 to the number 81010. I really cater it to students, like I'm speaking to students when I send out texts, but there are plenty of parents on there who really like it. And you'll see right here, this is just a feed of everything that has been on my Remind so far. So that's what you'll see on the main page of my website. Underneath here, if you click on College 101, this is something that I've been doing in first semester classes. We just wrapped up first semester, so I'll be going into English classes during second semester and doing these lessons. As a parent, you can click on these and see what we did. Your student can show you. They have a Google Classroom that has lots of resources in there that we used this semester. And I'll show you some of the other tabs on here. Future student athletes, if you're interested in playing Division 1, 2, or 3 sports. Here are some important links. There are links to the NCAA Eligibility Center where you will need to register. If you're on free or reduced lunch, you can get a waiver for this. But it really takes about maybe 20 minutes to sign up, but this is kind of your first step in moving towards playing a sport in college. But there's lots of information on here. And a little spreadsheet chart right here. What else do we have? A junior timeline. This is something I'm going to go through at the junior parent info night, but things to be doing in the fall and in the spring. Make sure you read through that, kind of make sure you're on the right track. Summer and kind of going into next year. Parents have a lot of questions about this in our IGP meetings. What should we be doing? What do we need to be doing right now? What do we need to be thinking about? So this is probably really helpful for you as parents. Students hear it a lot in school, but don't always bring that information back home. SAT and ACT test prep. I get this question a lot. What do I do to practice? Where can I practice? These are all links to places you can practice. They're all free. I'll show you this one right here, Urban League of the Upstate. That is an in-person workshop. So you pick the date that you're taking the test. Say it's the January SAT, and then you can sign up for the 2 workshops leading up to that, where you go over to the Greenville Tech McAllister Square area, and they have like 2 Saturday workshops that are in person for SAT or ACT that you can go to for free. But all of these are free. This explains to you how to get there, what to do, what they offer. So I'd say definitely take advantage of that. And then let's see what else. Under College and Career Counselor, we have a lot of information that could be pertinent. I get a lot of questions about SAT and ACT. So if you click on that, again, there's some more information about practice. That's the same that's on my website. But you register for the SAT and the ACT on your own. SAT is through collegeboard.org and ACT is through actstudent.org. You'll create an account on each of those. You sign up to take the test on your own. You go on a Saturday morning and you take them. What else with that? If you go to their websites, you can see what they're all about right here on the left. What's the difference between the two of them? I definitely encourage you to take at least one of them each in the spring, because you don't want to be waiting till the last minute to get those scores that you really want. You might have to take them a couple times. You don't need to take the SAT or ACT if you're thinking about going right to Greenville Tech. You'll just take a placement test, which we'll give for free at Wade Hampton. So during your senior year, you won't have to worry about doing SAT or ACT or paying money for those. Again, if you're on a free or reduced lunch, you can get 2 free fee waivers for the SAT and for the ACT. So you'll just come to our school counseling office and we can give you one of those. Basically, it's a code that when you go in at the end part of signing up for those tests, it will have you put in the code that's unique to that test that you're taking that day, and it will pay for it, and so you do not have to pay for it. If you need an unofficial transcript for something, maybe you want to know your class rank or your GPA, you can come into our school counseling office. They kind of have their own system now where our ladies in front will print that out for you. Your GPA won't update until after the first semester is over and after those grades have been processed, so you won't see anything before that. We don't do anything with Junior Marshall. That is Miss Lavely and Coach Hunter. They are in charge of their senior class sponsors, and so they decide who Junior Marshall is. They let you know who you are, and it really has nothing to do with us. So I get that question a lot as well. I will show you some more resources actually under College and Career. So get a lot of questions about scholarships and financial aid. There really aren't many things you can be applying for right now as a junior, but you can really educate yourself on some scholarships that are out there. So especially the state scholarships, if you click on that link, this can explain to you the differences between Hope, Life, and Palmetto Fellows. You click those, bring you right to the page that describe those for you, and the brochure is really helpful as well. We're in the process of moving all of our scholarships to Naviance, which I'll show you in a second, but if you want to click on that right now, you'll see, oh yeah, we're moving those over to Naviance, but these are things that are kind of still on here. And under FAFSA and financial aid, our first semester juniors from English classes heard about the FAFSA already, but you won't do this until October 1st of senior year, and this is what you will fill out to let colleges know how much need your family has for financial help in college. And that is no matter whether you think you can get help or not, you will have to fill that out before they can even really look at it and evaluate that for you. So we'll have more information on financial aid nights as that comes along. I also want to show you the Camps and Enrichment Programs tab. There are plenty of things, and you might get information in the mail about programs at colleges or different camps that you can do. There are ones that cost money, and those are listed over here, the tuition-based programs, and then there are free programs. I would really encourage you to look at the free programs just because they are really good and they don't cost any money. Some of these are probably money makers, or you're paying college tuition to take classes out of college, but the free ones are also really good. I've known a lot of students who have done those. A question that's pertinent, especially during junior spring semester and as senior year starts coming up, do I get excuses for college visits. You do get 2 excused absences your junior year and 2 your senior year for visiting colleges. You just have to bring back a note from the college on the college letterhead saying that you were on a tour, you were visiting their campus on this date at this time, and signed by them. And then you also bring back a parent note that says your parent knew that you were there. You bring those to the attendance office, and that can be excused. Now I'll show you, flip over to Navient, which we do have a whole tab on our website that explains how to get in there, but parents, you go through the parent portal and students go through the backpack. But this is going to be your best bet at researching colleges, researching careers, and many of you have seen this before. We introduced this last year. So let's see, this is my sample student, Deshaun Watson. You can either search for a college over here on the left-hand side. He is going to add Clemson to his list. You'll see that they have a whole profile on here with an overview, studies, student life, admissions, costs, lots of information on here. Very helpful. You can communicate with the college. It'll link you to their application. You should add anything on here that maybe you're thinking about. So there's also the Supermatch College Search. You can get to it by the Colleges tab or right here on the main page. Supermatch College Search, you can add colleges to your list this way by searching through all these different categories. Same with careers. You can add favorite careers to your list. Navient is pretty much how much you use it is how much it's going to help you. So I would also ask that before you come to your meeting, you have worked on your resume, because we did that through our first block classes. So you'll add things to your resume. What has your work experience been in high school? What about your extracurricular activities, athletic achievements? Have you held leadership roles in clubs? This will help your teachers write some really good recommendations for you when it comes time for them to do that. Let's see. I also want you to set your goals, so about me and goals. Set at least 1 academic, 1 career, and 1 personal social goal. Goal setting is important, and we did this through our first block classes as well. So we'll make sure we bring that up in your IGP meeting. We'll see and look at both of those. But just talking about tips for senior year, I know we're finishing up junior year and you're trying to figure out how to balance your work and school schedule, but that is important when you go into senior year as well. You want to be mindful of your discipline record at school. It's really easy to kind of get off track and think that we can goof off and get in trouble, but that kind of stuff, we have to report that to colleges when they ask have there been any behavioral incidences, and we have to report that when we're doing recommendations. So just make sure that that's in the back of your mind and that you're staying focused and not giving into that senioritis as it's coming up. I know we're only juniors, but it will sneak up on us. So before your IGP, you'll want to be familiar with Navient, have that resume, your goals, all figured out in there that you've put them in. You'll want to have some colleges added to your list because we'll definitely be talking about that. So have some things under colleges I'm thinking about. Make sure they're very realistic. Look at the GPA, look at the test scores. And then be thinking about some careers too, because we're going to talk about what major we are leaning towards and what kind of pathway we're thinking, even if that's very general like health science, that's okay. And then think about your courses for next year. So make sure you have your 4-year college requirements, and we'll put those on your schedule if you don't, which those are all the basic graduation requirements plus a fine art plus 2 to 3 units of a foreign language. And we'll want to make sure that we have those in there. And we're going to fill out an early dismissal sheet. So permission to leave early if your parents are here. We'll just do that all during your meeting. And I think that is all we need to cover. Like I said, please come to the Parent Information Night on Wednesday, January 11th in the auditorium at 6:30. And there will be a PowerPoint of that in case you miss it, and maybe even a video of the presentation. And just be thinking about what we're going to talk about in the meeting. Bring your questions. So much information is out there. You just really have to do some exploring and clicking around, but I'm happy to answer any questions. And I'm going to put, you probably have either gotten to this video because it was linked to the IGP sign up, or maybe got to it some other way. But sign up for an IGP meeting if you want to pick your time, parents or students, and make sure you put the student's name in the sign up. It's hard for me to get ready for the meeting if I don't know who the student is that I'm meeting with. So that'll be on the announcements page, front page. Let me know if there's anything else I can help you with, and I will see you at your junior IGP meeting. Thank you.